50,000 points back to back to back to back. I haven't had one gift yet, and I've had 3 heart me's. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, that's crazy that people come after me like that. That's ridiculous.
Oh, shut up, Gigi.
But anyway, so I told my story last night.
Of course, you tell your story every time you want money. Hey.
For me being trafficking, and then we stopped it, and then we're gonna restart it tonight.
Welcome in, everybody.
So after
Dora.
After all that, where we ended it was Doug had asked, if I needed a ride home.
Dora, she's back. Guess she's back.
Yes, I would take a ride home.
Back again. Winkster's back. Tell your friends. Tell your...
I absolutely fucking can't.
Hey.
I've already lost 4 brain cells in 5 minutes.
I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Boy.
The Winkster is back.
The Winkster is back, and guess what she's doing? Something she's never done. She's telling her story.
I'm pretty sure that you and I can do a play-by-play of the entire. You and I can entire story about the 15th time.
Well, I wonder if she's going to go in the story about how she lied that she got beat up 3 times. You think she'll go into that story?
I don't think she'll go into that story.
No, you think she'll say that she's been getting tracked by the cartel? You think she'll go into that story?
Yeah, or don't forget the bacon.
The bacon, that's right. Airing bacon out from the balcony. Yeah, I don't think she's going to go there either. I wonder if she's going to talk about how they stuck bottle rockets or whatever they were up the hoo-ha.
Right, guys, I'm going to need you to send the heart me's if you have a penny, because I'm getting ready to tell my story.
Yes. Here's the story of a girl named Dora. Sing it. You know what was funny that she said, though? She said that she was talking about mods, and she said, I only have 22 people in here right now. She said, I used to have 800 until they all started going after me in awareness. And they were saying I lied.
And I said, I need an officer. I've just been assaulted.
No, I was going to block that.
She said, okay, where are you? And I said, I don't know where I'm at. I'm very out of it right now.
Well, you're out of it every fucking day, Gigi. Let's be real.
The Winkster in the house. Let's see if we can
That's our bestie.
Yeah, it is. She loves us. I'm still waiting for our apology.
Do you know I had...
Oh my God, does somebody have a burner account that they're willing to burn?
I am waiting for our apology because we were calling around on her bullshit DV stuff since November. And she kept saying that we were lying and this and that. I'm still waiting for our apology.
If somebody has a burner account, yes, me too, Scammy. If somebody has a burner account, can you just go say hi to Scammy and Dora?
Yes, say that Scammy and Dora are together streaming you, and we miss you.
You don't need to gift me anything. Gift goal up there.
You don't have to gift me anything, but I have a gift goal.
I have a gift goal. I'm getting ready to tell my story.
She says, I don't ask for anything. My agency makes me put gift goals up. Yeah.
No, they fucking don't.
If you do have a penny, tapping and heart me's get me into like the TikTok world.
Yeah.
So we've had 3 heart.
Let's go to the rankings, Gigi.
People can hear your crap like again and again.
Thank you so much.
23 people in there.
Thank you. I appreciate you very, very much.
What? She's going to flip out in about 2 minutes.
I jumped back in his car and I called the police and I said, and he's like, please don't call the police. Please don't call the police. And I'm like, fuck you, I'm calling police.
I've never heard this story before.
Oh, me either. This is a new story. Buckle up.
You know where you're
It's
at.
a new story by a girl named Winkster. It's Gigi Wink 143.
And I said,
she's making it up.
Do you know where you're at? And I said, I am very out of it right now. I'm very
you're repeating this. You just rewound about 2 minutes.
I said, I've just been
bacon.
sexually assaulted, and
bacon pancakes. Bacon
and she
pancakes.
said, okay, well, do you know what kind of car you're in? And I said, no.
So, Kimberly. Kim.
No, what color it is? And I said, it's maroon. She says, is it 2 or 4 door? And I said, it's a 4 door. She said, okay. Tell me what you're passing right now.
This is fascinating.
Get off the phone. Get off the phone. And while I'm on the phone, 911.
Oh, so we've had another accident again.
Uh-oh. We're going to see.
Him to pull over.
I can't tell. I think she's supposedly in somebody's car.
And I'm telling the dispatcher, I'm like, he's not pulling over. He won't pull over. He won't pull over.
Now, who always watched all the movies when you get kidnapped in a car? They're not going to allow you to be on a fucking phone.
No.
First of all.
Passing a putt-putt. And so
telling a dispatcher that he won't pull over.
Unless these are nice kidnappers.
And
they're definitely not going to settle for that shit.
The only difference between Bernie and this one is Gigi Wink is not a hero. She's not a hero.
I'm a fucking hero.
Bernie's a hero, though.
That bitch, Scammy Claus. Oh, by the way, guys, the top 4 ways is in Scammy Claus's bio. She's intercepting people's cash apps for the Legal Fund 2025 for our court cases that we got to deal with. So make sure you check it out.
Yesterday, he goes, I'm so sorry.
I'm a criminal mastermind.
You're the fucking Batman of TikTok.
Yeah, I am.
Those were the 3 things that he said.
This is a new story. She's added to it.
Oh, while you have Gigi up, can you go ahead and intercept her shit, please?
Yes, I will. Absolutely.
Just click the button. We all know that you're capable.
Yeah, I am. Because I'm a criminal mastermind.
And they obviously took him to jail.
Okay,
and
I'm on it.
He actually picked up more charges because he told on himself. Because,
he doesn't pay attention to her chat until she needs gifts, and then she'll say, guys.
Right.
I didn't even know he did to me because I was completely out of it. And he told on himself, so he picked up extra charges because he was so dumb
that was a new story. I've never heard that one.
Told on himself. So his charges
cool story, brah.
Were, SA, DV, kidnapping, and RP.
What?
Oh, this is a new one.
And a GP and a PP and SP. She even threw SP in there. And
my trafficker had followed me to Orlando after he had, did what he did to me. I'm like, I have to get out of here.
I want to hear this.
I've got to get out of here. So I moved to Charlotte County. And when I moved to Charlotte County, he followed me there. He followed me to Charlotte County, which he was not supposed to do. And so they finally picked him up on his warrant, and they extradited him back to Orange County, which is Orlando, where it happened. And he did his time. He got 15 years for it, and he did his time. And then he just got out.
I want to hear if she says that.
July 31st.
He smacked her.
Me too. Because remember, she admitted lying about it.
Mm-hmm.
For last year, because July hasn't came yet.
Good one, Captain Obvious.
Love the wig. Oh, thank you. It's not a wig. It's my hair. But thank you. It's all my hair. It's all mine. I don't wear wigs. don't wear wigs.
You know what? I can't see the comments because if I go in there, she's gonna see me on my account and she's gonna block my ass. So.
Oh yeah, she definitely does not like me and Scammy Claus. That's our bestie. Oh, let's do a pose, Gigi.
Strike a pose.
With some beautiful, beautiful curly.
What are you looking at?
Full of volume hair. Okay, honey, there's no wig in this. But I'm sorry if you have paper thin hair.
That's nice. Why are you calling out somebody?
Hair gummies you can get. There's hair gummies you can get that can help out. It'll help you out. It will. I'm sure it will. So after that happened, I was so messed up.
Do you notice? Watch her eyes. She'll look off to the right.
Yep.
When she's lying.
Dating all of my emotions.
Here she's gonna come with her lies now. I mean, well, she's gonna.
And finally, I went to Park Royal. I moved to Lee County, and I went to Park Royal. And
Park Royal. Was there any verification of this ever, Dora?
There was a Park Royal incident, but 5 out of the 7 cases were dropped.
If that's what you want to do.
Due to lack of evidence.
So she's saying that she was one of the ones that took it to court?
Yes. She is not listed on there.
Shave your head. Whatever you want to do.
Which granted, a couple of them are listed as Jane Doe, but 5 out of the 7 were dropped due to lack of evidence. And Gigi tried to tell me that none of those cases were dropped. According to the court system, yes, they were, because they could not get evidence, and the police and the court could not have any rulings that he did what they were accusing him of. Only one female had evidence.
Right.
And wow, we have a bunch of trolls in here tonight. Where's Miss Italian at? Miss Italian, can you say something?
She's looking for another mod now. So you know damn well that she knows that you and I are streaming her,
or something,
because she's not as perky as she was.
Yep.
Honeybee is working overtime over here.
She's blocking people right now. This is her blocking face. Come on, Gigi, go on with your gripping story that we've never heard 4,000 times.
All right, you got powers.
Welcome in, everybody. This is the Gigi Winkstar.
I should go ask her if she'll make me a mod.
Do it.
What's the at?
Gigi Wink 143.
Oh, please.
Tell her that we both want to be him.
Okay. Hold on.
Dora and I did some tandem awareness about her about 3 months ago, calling her out on her bullshit. And personally, she does not care for us at all, which I completely respect.
Get a job. Have a job.
You don't have a job. You said you're going for interviews this week, so stop. Okay, Gigi's looking at her comments now.
Thank you, Susie. Thank you. So anyway.
She's still in the hospital for back surgery. Good one. She lies as bad as... Oh, yeah. Definitely Dream.
And, thank you.
She's looking at the comments. Guardians of Valor. Valor? Guardians of Valor.
Support me every day, every time I'm live. This is the first time I've ever seen you, but I appreciate the offer.
They'll help mod. Nice. Guardians of Valor.
for the first time. Yeah, this is the first time I've seen you. You know, people who, you know, gift me or, you know, even heart me, or gift me, you know.
Yeah.
They come in every single day. I make them mods because I know they're here for me.
Whatever happened to the lady that said Gigi had her? From what I understand, there is a case that's undergoing with that. Undergoing? That's underway.
And Guardians of Valor would be an excellent mod for you.
Does she do rugs? I'll tell you this, Tiff. She said that she used to. I'm not convinced that she still doesn't because I've seen
from the person from all the troll groups.
Weird behavior in the past.
I love it when the people that come from like the awareness groups are like, they would be a great mod for you.
Yeah, they would. Because we would allow the truth to come in. We would allow the truth to come in. Get back to your story, please.
Texas tip for a mod, yeah, just right. Texas tip, yeah, right. Kentucky, thank you.
Yeah, I caught her one morning at like
just because you said Texas tip,
4:00 in the morning, and she was slurring all over the place, and she was bad.
I am a troll. Oh, okay. Well, goodbye.
Somebody just went in there and said, I'm a troll. At least they're honest.
Let's just mute everybody. Don't block them. Just mute them.
That was me on Bernie's blood pressure.
Did you get the job?
No, I'm the one that said I'm a troll. She blocked me. Because I said Scammy Claus for mod. When are you gonna mod Scammy and Dora? But they say hello, and she ignored it. And then I said I'm a troll.
You can find it on my page.
That is hilarious.
Because she said all the trolls come in on the awareness pages, so I was like, I'm a troll.
I'm finishing up my story right now.
She's still trying to tell this story.
You guys can all please tap on the screen and
this is hilarious.
If you have a penny, if you can do a heart me, if you're not a troll.
Yeah, Texas Tiff, she said, fuck you, you're not being a mod.
If you have a penny, if you can do a heart me, that would be awesome. And if you can't, that's okay too.
This kills me.
Gifts are not required. I'm going to still be here.
I like how she called you Guardians of Valor.
We all know.
Well, I'm the Guardians of Corduroy.
Thank you for the heart.
I'm the guardian of the fucking courtroom.
Thank you. But anyway, so I go to Park Royal and
Guardians of Valor.
And one day, I go there because
the best person to troll is Sean and Gigi Winkster.
Like I had just been trafficked. I had broke free from being trafficked, and then after that, you know, I had been
average girl. She didn't like you. She said you're coming from awareness.
A wheelchair for the longest time. I had to learn how to re-walk.
Oh, really?
And after all of that,
I've never heard this.
Me either.
I got freaking
Mama Michelle. Her name is Gigi Wink 142.
I go into this mental hospital, and one night I woke up and I was like that. And what it was, his name's Benjamin Bram. Benjamin Bramley.
You're hollering at me.
Benjamin
Hopefully because you're saying like, oh no, she didn't.
Benjamin
like that.
Blam. It's for all you, you know, detectives that like to look things up.
Yeah, I never heard the rewalk part either.
He had his thing.
No, she wasn't, OG. He wasn't.
Because there would be times that I'd wake up in the morning and I'd have like, stuff on my face, and I thought it was just me drooling.
Yeah.
But it wasn't me drooling at all. Mm-hmm. And then you girls know, like when you get done,
you understand that she's going into these fucking details, and people that are truly victims don't talk about these details.
Exactly.
You wipe again, and it's like slip, and then you wipe again, and it's like slip. You know what I mean? And
it's like she gets off on this.
It is disgusting.
That had happened so many
times.
Fucking
weird.
And how are you?
It's disgusting. And she never was
Sarah
impregnated,
there, huh? And I'm like, has that ever happened to you? And she's like, yeah, sometimes. And so it is gross.
Little
You're
Ray
right.
has a question or a request.
What it is. It is what it is.
Little Ray in the chat has a request.
Just like throwing up is gross.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What it is.
I can't with Gigi.
Last I heard, which was probably a little over a month ago, there was
a girl, Caitlin.
There was
and
the person
woke
went
up
to the
in
police
the middle
of
town. Her RP, and she pushed him off of her. And
like seriously, a true survivor does not talk about the details. They can't.
No. I'm not even gonna put this near her right now.
Because she's going into way too many detail of nasty, vile shit.
Right. I need to turn it down here.
And the thing about Gigi is she literally talks about these things with no emotion, and anybody that has sat and heard of a trafficking victim or a great victim, they can't talk about it. They can't even get the words out. They can't even, there's emotions. And they don't like going into details because you know why? That makes them relive those moments. Exactly. They don't like to put that out there. And she goes into so clear details like nothing.
I mean, at least when Jalen talks about that story, she fake cries, about her family and all that. But
yeah, it's muted in here, Texas Girl, because of the details. Scammy doesn't want that to.
Yeah, there's no need to listen to. I mean, who would openly talk about this on this type of thing? It's just. Let me see if she's done talking about that.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is. It's very weird.
It's like she's fixated on speaking about it in such a way that it's wild to me. I've never heard somebody be able to just talk about it openly and show no emotions and go into the shit that Gigi goes into.
Right. Yep.
Okay. So there was 12 girls, and for the people that said, there wasn't 12 girls, there was 12. I lived it.
Yeah, she get mad because I think she probably
3 of the girls
heard
didn't
what
go
you said.
through with it. One of the girls.
Now she's saying 12 girls. No, there wasn't.
And one of the girls unalived.
Amy and Tiff and Panel, how are y'all?
Hi, Grandma D. What up?
How y'all doing?
I'm doing good. What you got?
Well, okay. So, I don't know if someone asked in the comments or I heard you state somebody asked or you didn't know if she's on rugs or not.
Yes.
Right? Was that a comment about 5 minutes ago? Okay.
Yeah, somebody asked if she was. Yes.
I've been. Go ahead.
No, somebody asked if she was.
Okay. Okay. From my personal experience around others, okay, and different people, and I made it my business to find out about different things. To me, the way she talks and the way she drags her tongue heavily and whatnot, she sounds like to me she's on some kind of opiate rug. Okay, so
Well,
my
let's not forget
guess,
she did the
I should.
background. She did the rug test on live one day and it came back positive.
Well, even if she didn't, I have had even a family member who was on rugs, and let me tell you, they will go to the easiest place they can and they will implant urine in their vajayjay and keep it warm, and they will pay somebody to do that. And then some of these places and agencies and testing places, they do not have paper across the toilet where um, you know where it turns blue. They don't and they don't have someone who stands with this open stall door, okay, because they're cheesy places. The good ones do. So these people can go in and they can have their little pill bottle full of their tainted their people. Somebody paid $20 for some urine. They have it in their vajayjay, and all they do is go in there, pull it out. It's still warm, and that's how they pass their rug test. So unless there's someone there watching them with the door open, I don't believe jack shit about somebody that says they're not on drugs. And
Yeah.
that is a fact. But I would say she is definitely on some kind of a opiate, and some kind of, she's definitely on something, because no one speaks like that, ladies. No one.
And
No.
I could say I've heard her a number of times, and there have been different times where she sounded differently. You know what I mean? Where she sounded like she was slurring. She sounded like she was much slower when she talked, and
She sure
you know.
does. And that's the coming down effect of the opiates, before they're starting to get tired, or they start to nod off or whatever. And that can be pill form, that can be something else, that can be many things. So, like I said, I just don't, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not like a genius or anything, but I've experienced around family members, and they can't pull the wool over my eyes. So, yes, she is. And how she talks, and she'll blink her eyes, and just her whole mannerisms. Yeah, she's not normal. She's on something for sure. But anyways,
Yeah.
I just wanted to comment on that. She can say all day long she's not, but I don't believe it for a New York minute. No.
Yeah,
So
I'd have to agree with you. She's on something, definitely. Thanks,
yeah.
Granny.
All right, y'all have a good evening. I'm gonna drop down. Y'all take care.
Bye bye now.
Hey, did you hear anything on Sean?
Yeah, he didn't get the place. Shocking.
The best way to get me out on the
He got
FYP
scammed.
is
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll have to catch up on that. I just got off work, so I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for letting me up.
Bye
Y'all
bye.
be safe. Bye, guys.
is for it's the little clover thingies. Okay, so anyway,
This guy's is GG Wink
so
143.
our trial lasted for a very, very, very long time, because it was very, I don't know.
Sean was in his
what
live?
he was
Oh,
doing with
Jesus.
those videos, because when you're in a mental hospital, you have every room has a camera, and the showers. Thank you for the
Oh,
cheer,
she's still going to
Jess.
talk
Thank
about
you
this.
so
Let
much.
me, as she's talking about this stuff again, I want to show you, some pictures, some videos about her, okay, just to give you an idea of who she is. This is when she faked a number of times where she said that she had been attacked by the person that had DV'd her.
Just the number.
Okay?
Hello, everybody. Sorry, I have gauze in my mouth. It's medicine that they have in the gauze, so it's hard for me to talk.
Yeah.
But, if you all follow me, you know that, my SA attacker, got out of doing, 15 years in prison, July 31st. And on August 8th,
This was all fake.
he found me. And ever since then, he has been,
So this was all fake. Okay. Let me see if I can find any of the other ones. The second one that she said, oh, this is a good one. This comes from okay, this one needs a little background, a little backstory here. She claimed her last situation where she got attacked was she was taking her dogs out and she said that one of the dogs started running towards the neighbor's house because they were drying bacon from their balcony, something like that. But she lied with that one, and she said that she was outside at night and she was walking her dogs outside and her DV'er found her. And she said something like, like when you do a back flip and your back is arched. Yeah, well, he came up to me and he stomped on my back and he broke my back. And when I fell, I broke my arm. And then it turned into a wrist. And then it turned into not a broken back. I had to get some cement in because I fractured a couple vertebrae. And then it was like, oh yeah, no, none of that really happened. I found out that it was all delusions I was having because of my past. I mean, it was ridiculous. Another story she had that was supposedly a DV situation was she said she went out to walk her dog and she said that somebody took a tire iron and hit her on the side of the head. And, she showed up online and, she had a lump on the side of her head. And she said that her eye was damaged and all this stuff. And her big downfall was that she said that on a recording, she said that she had tripped in her house over like a clothes, like a metal clothes rack, and that's how she hurt herself. Yeah, her optic nerve was broken. That's right. So on a recording that she didn't, that she was talking to a couple of her mods, she said she fell and that she hurt herself, but she's going to blame it on her DVR. And that's when the wheels on her crazy bus fell off because we played that audio. I believe one of her mods was in here telling us that this is what she told them. And, nobody could ever wonder why she never called the police on this stuff. If you're getting attacked by people 3 times now, why aren't you talking to the police? And she said, oh, because I have to protect myself because people are after me and this and that. And we were like, well, it's not like you're being protected now by not saying anything. So, it's a definite sympathy thing. Let's see what part she's on here.
The next trial was the hardest trial for us because she went home that night and she unalived herself. She took her own life that night because she couldn't handle watching herself getting RP'd.
I'm still not sure if this story is correct. I don't know. I don't know.
She took her life. And the next trial was the hardest one because when they were showing the next week when he was working and when we were getting RP.
Oh, God. Seriously, I've never known anybody that has gone through a trauma like this and just sits here on TikTok and just talks about it.
I'm able to talk about it so easily is because I talk about it all the time. I take my story and I bring awareness to it.
Why?
So
why?
You stop it. Look it up. Google it before you come in here for me. Fucking Google it.
Yeah, it's a story.
And Google it right now.
It's a story.
And you'll see it's a true goddamn story.
It is a true story, but I'm just not sure you were there, honey. That's all I'm saying. Yes, she lives with her mom, who she claimed has dementia, but she does not.
I say mute people, but block her.
Yep, Mystery Scout.
She deserves a blocking. I always say mute people, block her ass. Just block her.
Right, Misty. Is it Missy? Missy, exactly. Whose story is it?
That was so rude. And people say that all the time. It's, oh, you talk about your story, because I've had to talk about my story for so long because I bring awareness to it.
You bring awareness to that this happened to you?
This is healing for me to talk about it. Because I can bring awareness to other people about how easy it is to get trafficked and how easy it is for things to happen. And how easy it is for things to go on.
I think you have to be really careful, Bella, of how you say
it. Thank you, Lisa, for the rose. The second week was the hardest one because
no filter.
when they showed us getting
we don't want to. I'm not going to play that part. There's no reason to hear that stuff. I just find it awkward. I find it awkward that she would want to talk about this stuff. Oh, she's still asking for gifts.
We have 36 people in here. We've had 4 heart me's. We've only had 4 heart me's.
Weird.
And we do have a gift goal of the clover up there. So
okay.
We don't have. If anybody wants to do a gift goal, you can. Gifts are not mandatory. Thank you, Alyssa, for the heart me.
But why do you keep bringing them up?
Gifts are not mandatory.
It's so weird.
But I'm gonna be talking here regardless.
Hey, Grammy, why don't you request again?
I'm pouring my heart out to you. So if you want to give a gift, then
I'm pouring my heart out to you. So if you want to give a gift, okay. Hey, Graham.
Hey, I meant to tell y'all one more thing. I will say this too. I'm not negating that she was attacked at some point or that she was raped and whatnot. Right. I will say this though. many people who are always on the go, who are rug users, who are always meeting to score rugs, sometimes they get beat up.
Yep.
Sometimes they get robbed. Sometimes they get thumped. They get black
Yep.
eyes. They get
Yep.
knocked in the head. They get their purse stolen, all these things. And I think she just makes up stories because I think a lot of these things she's going to score rugs. And these are situations and things that just end up happening to her because she's in the wrong place at the wrong time. And she's dealing with all these shady characters. And
Yep.
I know for a fact that happens when someone's battling addiction with the rugs and they're scoring and they're having to score every day or every
Yep.
other day.
Yep.
So
I
I'm
agree.
just saying that that's a big red flag and that could very, very well be happening, Scammy.
Yep. I agree. I
So
agree.
I wanted your viewers to be aware that that happens, you know.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, she has this cut and this scar on her mouth and all of this. When, you know, I've known people who had their teeth knocked out. I just got paid today. Oh, from JCPenney's. Oh, I got robbed. And they didn't
Yeah.
have a paycheck. I just cashed my paycheck. Bull. They owed it to the rug dealer because they got advances, okay? And they couldn't tell their family they didn't have any money because then they'd be bumming again. And it's
Right.
all a scam, you know?
Yep.
So
Yep.
I don't believe a damn thing that comes out of her mouth, but I think people need to be aware of things like this because it does happen, Scammy.
Yep. I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I'm going to shut up now, but it just irritates me because I don't believe she had that much damage done by people. I think she's the one that created a lot of that, and I am very sorry for what happened, if that originally happened, and I'm not negating that it did at one point.
Right.
However, sometimes when you put yourself in that situation and you're going into those dark places and those seedy places, and they will do whatever it takes to get that, then, you know, those people know that. So,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is, you know, and you can
Yeah.
believe me
I
or
agree.
not, but that happens.
Yep. I agree. I agree with you.
Alrighty, I'm gonna shut
Okay.
up now. I love y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I just turned the volume up again. She's still talking about it. And it's just not necessary to hear her talking about specifics of the case supposedly, and what happened to some of the victims. It's just I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Big Mark, listen, I don't know who you are, but you're not being very nice in the chat. Clean it up or get out, okay? Clean it up or get out. Yeah, she's just rambling. Somebody asked where the video from my live was last Friday when I did the live on Jalen. If you go to YouTube, ScamSlam 411, it's on there. Okay, you'll just have to find where she puts all of my videos, but it's definitely on there. Definitely on there.
But I was still on hugs. So. Romeo, después me lo pones usted. Okay, este la número
Oh,
4.
what the heck? I just went into some weird live. Oh.
I was such a piece of shit back in the day. And
That's not the real one. No, that's not the real Big Mark.
I robbed from my mom.
Yeah, that she admitted that was a lie. She admitted when she said that she had gotten pew-pewed in the stomach and she got ran over a couple times. She admitted that was a lie.
And I would take things and pawn it, and I did terrible things as a junkie, horrible, terrible things. And the only good thing that I did do, because I was still on hugs when I got that settlement, is I took my mom to Case Jeweler and I let her go crazy in there. I was like, get whatever you want. Whatever you want, you get. And she got a lot. She got a lot of
Why
jewelry.
did she go to the Wade Wilson sentencing? Who knows?
I took a lot. But she got about like $100,000 worth of jewelry, which was fine.
Oh my
I mean, when
God.
I tell you I got a huge check, I mean, I literally got RP'd at a mental hospital for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, and here's the kicker.
Good night, Big Mark.
Is that they hired him because he had a family member that worked there. And so his cousin, I don't know if
where'd all your money go, Gigi? Like seriously, where did all your money go? You spent $100,000 on jewelry for your mom. You supposedly got this huge payout. So why are you looking for a bartending gig tomorrow?
So
would seem like you wouldn't need that.
That was another good thing that works in our favor.
Yeah, sounds like it. Welcome in, folks. We're listening to a little of the Gigi Winkster.
I paid my mom's car off. She had a brand new Audi. You know, she got like $100,000 in jewelry, which she deserved. And then I spent the rest of it on hugs, and I had nothing else. I could have bought a big, beautiful house. I could have bought a beautiful car. I could have bought a lot, but it was all gone within months.
It's story time, Gigi style.
Partied like a rock star. And that's just what hugs do to you.
Sonny, I'm sure that her sister's keeping dibs on stuff. Don't worry. I wouldn't worry about that.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you. By the way, you guys, I do have a thing up on my page right now. If you go to my page, it's like 3 videos in. I'm doing a friend away that when you follow me, or if you tag your friends and your friends follow me,
oh my
you
God,
get 20 extra tickets, and you get a big basket. I put a big basket of stuff to give away to one person. Will win. It's a friend away if you follow me.
You know, the thing that's so weird is that she talks about this story, but she interrupts it all the time with, you know, click on the heart me. I have a gift goal. If you follow me, you get into a gift giving basket. And I mean, it's just like, who fucking does this?
That's the only place that I ever tell my story of being trafficked. It's in supporters. Because as you see, I have a lot of trolls that come onto my page.
You mean the people that call you out because you're full of crap? Let's be honest.
I only tell my story of being trafficked in Survivor or in subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Hi Debbie Star, how are you? But I will talk about my other 2 in here, as long as
your other 2. You lied about those tonight, though.
But at least I had this Italian come step up and help Maud out.
Exactly, Missy. 100%.
1-800-LOT-LIZARD. Yeah, I'm definitely not a lot lizard, that's for sure.
Oh my God, that voice.
Thank you for the heart me, Debbie. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm okay now. You know, like I have triggers all the time.
Really?
I always have triggers.
But
when I go into the store, hi Renee. I'm Italian. I'll help you. Right? Only Italian people are mods. I'm just kidding. Thank you, Debbie, for the march. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, now she's happy because she got gifts.
Thank you so
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I'm getting gifts. Oh.
Thank you for those little clovers. They 4-leaf clovers, I think they are. Thank you.
Ugh.
Thank you so much.
This is deplorable. Deplorable. Thank
Easter
you.
ones are going to be. I don't know. Hi, Christine.
Probably chiggers. I don't know.
How are you?
Aren't those like those things that burrow into your feet?
But, you know, I'm so sick and tired of hearing people say that, you know, my story isn't true because I don't, like, cry over it.
No, we'd say it's not
But
true because it's not.
I have brought my story into so many meetings.
Oh,
I have
God.
brought my story into so many places. I have brought my story. I actually went back into Park Royal and brought my story.
Is Jim Beam Shawnee?
I actually went back into there and brought my story back into there.
Is Jim Beam Shawnee?
You know,
I just saw Jim in here. Is that Mr. Sean? Sean, don't worry. I'm not gonna block you, Sean. I don't play that game. Jim Beam. Could it be? Could it be the Shawnee? Your name is Jim? 00, huh? Your name is Jim. Okay, Jim. Why are you on a 00 account, my friend? Just joined TikTok. I'm 78 and I have no family. And you ended up here. Who would like to do the honors? Who would like to do the honors? Farrell, you want to do it? Diva? He can't get in a box because he doesn't have any followers. Bye-bye, Jim. Listen, as my grandmother used to say, don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Actually, I'm lying. It was Judge Judy. My grandmother used to say, shit or get off the pot. But, there it is. Let's do a little recap on Sean, because I know that there's some people that that didn't. Yeah, Sean's more than welcome. Sean's not even blocked. He blocked me. I didn't block him, unless he's still blocked. But I think we unblocked him. But yeah, I would listen if Man Baby wants to come in here. Absolutely. But let's do a little recap on the Shawnee, okay? Now, remember, last Thursday, Shawnee comes on live and says he has this great opportunity. Somebody offered him a place to stay, but the problem is he needs to collect $600 for the security deposit and for part of the March rent. Now, remember, he said he was being very, very, very iffy on the place. He said it was a home. He said it was an efficiency. He said it was a duplex. He was saying all this stuff, okay? So he's on here with his Shaunathon, begging, and then he supposedly contacts the landlord and says, if I get close to it. A unit? Yeah, he called it a unit. And the landlord supposedly said, if you get close to the amount, yes, I will accept not the whole thing if it's necessary. So from what it looked like was Sean got about $500. And it took him a good 2-3 days to get that. And Sunday rolls around, which was supposed to be move-in date. And the first very red flag was that there was a hole in a septic hose and a pipe. Okay. I mean, that could happen. And that's when Sean had to fess up and admit that it was a camper. So that was the first lie he made. And again, why did he lie about that? Because he was living in a camper for almost a year and didn't do anything to try to make his life better. So that was the first lie. So then it was, yes, it's a fifth wheel camper. It's on a private property, and I'm going to be renting that, and it has electricity, and it has septic hookups, all that stuff. But then he said, with plates and silverware, that's right. But then he said, I asked them if they could move the camper because I want it closer to some trees that are there. So then, big red flag there. How can they move a camper if it's hooked up to electricity and to septic on somebody's property? That was a red flag. And then it came to Sunday was over. He still wasn't in yet. Monday comes around, and he's still holding out hope that he's not being scammed. But we saw it coming days before. Okay, we saw it coming days before. We were even saying in my live, like on that Thursday, this doesn't sound right. You know, we've seen these scams on, Facebook Marketplace, all this stuff. Okay, but he never saw it coming. So the next thing we know is he rage quits on Monday night. Tuesday, he's not on at all. And then today he comes in and he said that he was scammed. Now, some other weird stuff, and thank you for reminding me of that. He said that he went to the person's house on what would have been Saturday night, and they read him the rules of the place for like 3 hours. What? And he also said that he ate there and he actually slept at the landlord's house. Weird. Very weird. We'll put that picture up. That's a good one. Very weird behavior. Like, what landlord would allow you to sleep in their house and feed you and shower? I mean, red flag maybe? So he comes on today and he says that it was a scam. And he said he started getting into what happened. He said that this person named Lynn, okay, name was Lynn. He said that she bumped into him when he was getting gas, and said that he said she recognized me from TikTok and said that I have a place to rent if you are interested. Now, come on. Come on. This from a man who has multiple times on this app said, I don't trust anybody anymore. You know, people are out to get me, and I'm not trusting anybody anymore. And then again, as soon as something happens, he trusts it. Yeah, another thing that people are bringing up here too. He said it was a man, and now he's saying it was a woman. He said that this woman literally bumped into him at a gas station. Would you really believe if somebody like out of the blue popped up to you at a gas station that it's legit? And again, you know, he started going into the whole, oh, well, I think Scammy and Tiff have something to do with that set. I think, oh, F them, you know, blah, blah, blah. Again, Sean, using your own words here, and as you would like to say, your deductive reasoning, and I don't even think you know what that means. You made it clear that there was like one person who knew where you were, and that was one of your mods. How the heck would we know where you are to set something up like this, as you would like to say it happened? How, if we don't even know where the F you are, how could we possibly set up some woman that we don't know, but we supposedly know on Facebook, to happen to be at a same gas station with you getting gas at a very specific time of day, which we don't know, and we set you up with her for her to offer you somewhere to live? Come on. This I put out a pretty long I think it was like a 5-minute video of basically talking about this whole thing. But the levels he will go to as to not take responsibility and accountability for his bad decisions are far reaching. I mean, it is crazy. It's like you could see him thinking today. When he was in his car, he was somewhat in control. And you could see that he went from being shocked, okay, you know, sitting there not really saying much and saying, I can't believe this happened. And, you know, he was in the shock mode. And then all of a sudden he went to angry, pissed off mode, swearing at everybody, screaming, saying, these type of people, yeah, I can't believe there's people out there that do this. This is ridiculous. Going on and on and on. And then all of a sudden, you know, Shawnee's intellect kicked in all of a sudden, similar to his air conditioning condenser, which is broken and doesn't work. He started blaming me. He started blaming Tiff. I mean, come on. And what did he do with his money? Now remember, on Sunday, when he was waiting for this shit pipe to get fixed for this camper, he started asking people, well, if this falls through, you know, I want to let you know I'm sending you your money back. Knowing that there would be that people that say, oh, no, you keep it. So a majority of the people said, no, you keep it. So what does he do? He said he stayed in a hotel for one night. I don't believe it. Monday was very, very, very hot. And he was complaining all day how hot it was. I guarantee you, Baldy over here was in a hotel for Monday and Tuesday night. Guarantee it. So then on top of that, you think about all the meals he had to pay for. All that money that people said, oh, you can keep it, I guarantee you he's pissed it away. And now that he's pissed it away, not that another opportunity is going to fall on his lap, because there's nowhere, anywhere where you could pay $400 for any type of rent for any type of thing that includes everything. But what happens if another opportunity does come up? What is he going to do? Because now he pissed that money away. He probably has $100 left. You know, maybe 200 that's supposed to go towards renting something. Or he had to send it back. So, you know, and again, a lot of the problem, not a lot of it, some of the problem is when we're streaming him, people from his live that support him come into our lives and they lie to him all the time. They're saying stuff that didn't happen, this and that. That's fine. I mean, they're not helping Sean out at all when they do that. I know he said he was getting rid of all the apps. Good. Get rid of them. Go away. Right. Thank you, Bonnie. He also said, because people were saying, show the messages, show the Facebook messages that this woman was sending you. And he said, I don't have to prove anything. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Hey, how are you?
Hey, so in his live today, he was talking about how you came up with all this, you and Tiff. And he sat there and he goes, oh yeah, they said just last week how I'm not going to get this place. You see how it's so funny, blah, blah, blah. Well, then at the end of his live, he said that he's going out to hold a sign now.
Cool. I'm hoping
I just wanted to share that with you.
I'm hoping the sign's going to say, I just scammed $600 out of people. Kick me.
Exactly.
Kick me in the butt.
Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you.
Thanks, Peg. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.
Now, he could say what he wants. I mean, yeah, we all said it's not going to happen because we knew he was getting scammed. Just because we're a little more intelligent than Shawnee is, and we could see it a mile away that he was about to get scammed, that doesn't mean that we were in on it. It just means that we're a little smarter than him. We have a little more, we question things a little more. We just don't, we're not as gullible as him. You know, nothing like that happens to people. Somebody that you don't even know doesn't come up to you and say, hey, you need a place to live. It doesn't happen like that. That doesn't mean we had anything to do with it. It just means we're smart. Right, Lena? And this is the thing. He knows where these people live because he ate dinner over there. Why doesn't he go over there and find out why he's not getting the place? Why doesn't he show these messages from this person saying that there was a place just so he can save some of his credibility that indeed he got scammed? Why? Why won't he show that? Oh, because there are none. And as he said, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Okay. Well, when people are saying you're lying about something, especially on social media, especially when you are designated as a scammer and a beggar, you think you'd want to save your little teeny weeny salt-sized speck of integrity that you have and show the proof. So, Shawnee, the ball is in your court. And I'll tell you what, Sean, and I will say this on here, and I have no problem with it. You want to keep blaming me for all this bad shit that's happening in your life, and all I'm doing is sitting here in Connecticut and watching your train wreck of a life, and you want to keep blaming me for it? I will give you something to blame me on pretty soon. And you'll finally be right about it. But to keep blaming people for your stupid choices and all the shit that gets landed on your lap, stop. At some point, you got to put your big boy pants on, tighten your belt, and be a man. Because right now, you don't look so good, my man. No, he didn't get the RV. He got scammed. There's a shock. Everybody in awareness always ruins his chances. I've said that, you know what? What's to say that he didn't annoy the crap out of this person so much by constantly messaging them, calling them, texting them, asking them, well, when can I move in? When can I move in? When can I move in? I mean, I could totally see him doing that. And then they were just like, F this. This guy's nuts. I don't want him anywhere near my stuff. I mean, that's definitely a plausible thing that happened. And, you know, the other thing that's ridiculous is if in his little psychotic world, he claims that we were in on this, you got $600, Sean, or $500. You went to the place, you talked to the people, you know, you thought that it was happening. How is that our fault? I mean, this is how he thinks, though. He doesn't. So rather than admitting the fact that he fell for something, even though he said about 4 or 5 times in the past 2 months, I don't trust anybody, I'm not trusting anybody again. There he goes. He trusts some stranger. He falls for it, hook, line, and sinker, or in his case, hook, line, and stinker. And he gets scammed. He got scammed because it wasn't real. And I'm still not convinced. He says that he's... I'm still not convinced that he actually saw the place in person. I'm sorry. I don't think that happened. You know what, Michelle? He says he did not give any money, but I don't buy it. Because he made a comment today about he used some of the money for a hotel room, and then he made some mention about $100 that he had to pay for something. And he said he gave them 100. Yeah, I heard something. I heard something like that. And he never really kind of cleared up what that was about. And you could tell when he was saying that, he kind of like drifted off and didn't finish the thought. But, you know, I'm telling you. And the sad part about Sean is, in a couple days, somebody could reach out to him and say, hey, I have a place for you to live, and blah, blah, blah. And he'll probably fall for it again. But again, you know, it's really easy, Sean. Prove everybody wrong, that this was indeed a real place, and that you've seen it, and that, you know, you signed something. Show everybody that. Show us the messages from this Lynn person, who I'm sure discussed with you in great detail about this place, and you probably had many correspondence back and forth about it. Show it. I'll wait. You know, you show us the emails of this person or these messages, and then we say, yep, you got scammed, Sean. But at least there's no doubt that there was a place, but you fell for it again. I mean, either way, you're still going to look stupid. But at least you could save a little bit of your pride. Yep, Mama G. And we all said that. Do not give any money until you have the key in your hand and you walk into the place and you do a walkthrough. And then you do it. But, you know, like I said, absolutely, I am happy as hell that this happened. And I'm not happy because he's in a miserable state right now. I am happy because he thought for sure he was going to be able to rub this in everybody's face. You know, he made comments about, oh, having some lawn chairs out by a fire pit. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to laugh at everybody that didn't think I was going to be able to get a place to live, and all these haters and these trolls that come in here that make my life miserable. Oh, I'm going to show them. You sure did, Sean. You sure showed us. God, do we feel silly. And, oh, another thing, Sean, that I will wait for. Absolutely. You know, you made the comment, and I want everybody, Scammy Claus, Tiff, Sweet and Sassy, I want them to apologize to me. I want them to apologize because they said I wasn't getting a place. Right back at you, buddy. You can apologize to us now. You can apologize to us. Yep. That's what he said. When I go live, I'm in my living room, I want everybody to apologize because they didn't think I was telling the truth. We still don't think you told the truth, Sean. How do we know? Because your ass is in your car. Right, Mindy? So that's that. I'm reading some of the comments now. My husband always says, shut up, Sean. Some of us have to be real men and work. American Girl, you know, I hate to say that I think it was all a money grab, but there were too many red flags ahead of time. This whole thing. You know, as I said, if he shows proof that there was actually a place and they ended up not renting it to him for any reason, that sure would help. And, you know, how many times did we tell him, look into it, it doesn't make sense, $400 is too cheap for a place for $400 a month.
So I'm just gonna
Get
say
everything.
I 1,000,000% believe that the place never existed. Lynn is not a person. It was all a money grab, and he is spiraling, trying to keep his story going. He knew he wasn't getting a place. He got the money. He blew it on whatever he blew it on. His Mary Jane, his hotel, his monsters, everything. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't believe
Well,
that a place ever existed or an offer was ever made.
no. Beverly,
Yeah.
on Sunday, Beverly, which was weird, is that he started to asking people that sent him money, if this doesn't work out, but I still think it is, I'm confident, but if it doesn't work out, I'm going to send you your money back. And a
Yeah.
majority of the people said, no, just keep it. Just keep it.
I think at that point, those people knew what they had done, what they had fell for, and they were just like, nah, I'm stupid. Lesson learned.
Right.
Because, like,
But
would
as
he
I
have
said,
actually sent it back? He's already spent it.
yep. And what's going to happen if he does find another place? He's going to come back on here and ask for money for a down payment again?
So he's going to
Who's
magically
going to,
find another make-believe place.
yep. And who's going to front him the money this time? Who's going to
Hopefully not the
front it?
same
Because he
stupid
already, what was that, Tiff?
But hopefully not the same stupid people that did it before.
Yep. Because
I,
I'm sure there will come a time. The next thing that's going to happen is he's going to beg for money to get his air conditioner fixed. Because we're at the end of March and he's already complaining about the heat. What's going to
Sorry.
happen when what's going to happen what's going to happen when the average temperature wherever he is in Texas is in the mid to upper 90s every day with humidity, and it doesn't get down it doesn't get lower than 80s at night? What is he going to do then?
Like, does he not see the people going to work, driving the trucks, working behind the counter at the gas station he goes into? Like, those people clearly are working during the day. We can tolerate it because we are used to it. But
Yeah,
yeah, Sean, boy, whoo. Sean, you might as well just hightail it out of this state. Yeah, my
absolutely.
appointment did go good. They actually found a couple of my medications that could potentially be the reason why my sugar spiked. So,
That's good.
including my antidepressants. So we're looking at other options. So,
Good.
yeah,
Good,
my
good, good.
Salbata can actually
Uh-huh.
cause increase in sugar, which is more drastic in those that already struggle. So,
Wow. Well, that's good news.
yeah,
You
yeah, I've
sound
been
like
working.
you're feeling better.
I am feeling better. I went to the base. I was able to grocery shop, and you know, I did not get to see Sean. And that's another thing too, Sean. Like I said in my video, I know you're hearing this or you're gonna hear it. I would never give my joy away to someone else. I would be there to see the look on your face. Mm-mm. So to say
Yep.
I set you up with somebody, oh, hell no. I am selfish as fuck when it comes to that. And I am petty. I'd be wearing a t-shirt with your actual face on it, sipping out of my Sean mug,
Yep.
playing the song that they made for you, Sean,
Mm-hmm.
waving at you
Yep.
with the AC blowing.
And you know what?
I did get
There's still people over there that believe his sob stories, and they're just as unintelligent as he is.
Yeah.
And that's why they're over there.
And then the other thing that those, I'm just going to call them morons over there.
Yeah.
Because honestly, Texas Tiff is supposedly the one that wants to find his location. Remember, he's like, Texas Tiff is trying to locate me. She found me from a bush. Why is he not panicked about leaving where he's at, morons? Like, if this person from TikTok, scammed him and knows his location, and now he's talking mad shit about her, don't you think she might be like, hey, Tiff, you want to know where he is? Like, come
Yeah.
on. Come
Right.
on, Sean. And come on, morons over there. Open up your damn eyes and your ears. Use them both. You know, don't believe him because he's like, oh, this fucking sucks. You know, stop it. He's 47 years old. I don't even feel any sympathy or pity for him because he has absolutely no developmental delay. You know, so it's not like he can't process. He just doesn't want to process and do things.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, he took that 12-hour trip. You know, what was that 12-hour circle tour around Texas? And you ended up right back down there? Why would you go back down there? Come up here. You know, honestly, if you want to stay in Texas, Sean, I highly recommend you go on the Oklahoma-Texas border.
Yep.
You know, because then you're not going to suffer the heat.
You know, and I'll double down on what I said today. There was somebody that came in and was in a box and he was very respectful, but it was somebody that, was kind of supporting his plight and all that, which, listen, I have no problem with those people coming in and talking. But, what I said to him, and again, I will stand by this, okay? I have no sympathy for him because of the stuff that he has said about me on here. Like personal jabs at me and my son that were lies, and putting out there all the time that he was willing to sell my information. And if anybody thinks that I have any sympathy for him, they're absolutely wrong. And I will never have sympathy for him because he is, and he could say he's the nicest guy in the world, all that kind of stuff. He's not. He is rotten to the core. And
Are you serious?
what
She
happened?
actually said to talk about your sexuality today, too.
Yeah, he's probably jealous of it.
You pull more women than he does.
Yeah, exactly.
We run to you. We don't run from you.
Right. His true colors come out. Okay. Yeah, sure, digital. His true colors come out when he is sitting there using his foul mouth, degrading women, swearing at people, talking nasty. That's who the real Sean is. The fake Sean is when he's trying to collect money from people, and he has an entirely different voice where he comes across like he's very calm and he's very relaxed and he's very nice, and he talks about how all these people are putting lies out about him and I'm not a bad guy. And that's when he's lying. And that's when that's not him.
And I've experienced that hands-on,
Yep.
with Daniel. Hands-on, I've experienced that when he was in the free world and when he was locked up. He would talk to me like crap, and then all of a sudden he would need something, usually money. And it's, hey, don't yell at me, okay? You're probably going to say no, but first I just want to tell you, when I try to call you, I'm just calling because I miss you. I don't want to talk about all that stuff, because I miss your voice. Hey, is there any way I can get $20?
Right.
No. Okay, well, fine. You're the reason I'm in here. You're a fucking piece of shit, and all of a sudden just snaps, and it's like, oh, okay,
Yep.
all right, cool.
Yep, when he doesn't get his way.
Yep. I've seen it so many times. So, did you see my video that I made?
I have not yet. Nope, I'm going to see it when I get off here.
All right. Oh, and real quick before I hop down, it is Dexter, Tabitha, oh, hello, and Cow's first birthday today. And other news, unfortunately, I left Hermione unfixed because she was nursing Katniss, because that one didn't have interest in nursing her own kitten. And Hermione's pregnant.
Oh, no.
Yeah, not a good thing. And I've never had kitten babies, like dealt with. And I sure as hell wouldn't when they're formed. So expecting updates. We should have some Juju tuxedos.
Oh, boy.
I'm very happy. But I'm hoping that they are Juju people will love a long-haired tuxedo,
Yeah.
So, and kittens are easier to adopt than full grown cats. But this
Right.
one's like, I'm not the daddy. You're not the daddy, sir. Not this time. So, all right, I'm gonna hop down and do some laundry and adult stuff. Oh, there's the problem
Okay.
right there. Yup, right there. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay. Bye bye. Hey, DD.
Hey, I'm just getting home. But earlier while I was running errands, I was in his live um on Favorited, and he started to he made the statement that he wishes karma on all of us times 100.
Yep.
His situation. He wishes all of us to be in his situation times 100, and that will be our karma.
Yep.
So I responded and I said, "Well, if you are wishing your lifestyle for other people due to karma, are you living your karma right now?" Because he fails to understand that if we're going to be in that situation because of the bad things we've done, what are the
Right.
bad things you've done that have you in this situation, sir? They are so
Ooh.
quick to throw out things and not realize how hypocritical they are. It's like when Mark said that, when he was coming for me and said that what did he say? That that I have to leave him alone because the app is there for people to do what they want on it. Well, if that applies to you, why doesn't that apply to what I want to do?
Exactly.
I'm choosing to use the app the way I choose to want to use it. So you get to do that to beg money, but I don't get to talk about the fact that you use the app to beg for money. They
Yep.
don't even make sense. But they're sycophants, they're fans, they're enablers, they're mods. They suck it all in and enjoy it like he's the big bad wolf and we are a bunch of scary women who are afraid of him. Sir, you can't even get your own life together. How are you going to destroy mine? Like, get your life together first and then worry about what we're doing. If he did that, we would already be gone.
Yep.
Because when someone stops begging on here, I no longer talk about them. And I don't just mean beg because they need it. I mean beg and they're taking advantage of their audience. I've
Yep.
always said that if someone finds themselves in an unfortunate situation and they need a little bit of help and they want to come to TikTok, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the
Exactly.
person taking advantage of people. And so the moment you stop, I go away.
Yep.
So
Yep.
focus on getting your life together and you will never see me talk about you again.
Yep. And for that like month and a half that Sean wasn't on begging and he was actually happy and his lives were so, he was having fun in there and people were going in and enjoying it. I didn't even cover him because what was the point at that point? Because he
Right.
wasn't doing anything wrong. He didn't have his cash app up. He didn't have any of that stuff.
The
But,
other, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't know, go on.
The other thing is, why is it that everything that doesn't go right is your fault, or Texas Tiff or the trolls? Sir, you have self admitted that you have been quote unquote taken advantage of multiple times in your life. And you're like, I'm never going to be suckered again. So if you get suckered again, that's our fault. Sir, you've been getting suckered your entire life if I listen to you and think you're being honest. But he does that so that he doesn't have to take any responsibility for the downs. He will take it all for the ups,
Yep.
but it's never his fault with the downs. And I saw somebody say in his comments, how could it have, for they said, well, there were two things that I thought were incredibly poignant. One person said, how could she be a scam if she let you stay at her house overnight and take a shower?
Yep.
And then the second person said, why would they do anything to help you get money?
Right. Well, but see, this isn't how Sean thinks because he's not an analytical thinker.
No.
He is a thinker on one level, and all he thinks about is how can I make this not my fault?
Right. Right.
That
It's pathetic. But I
yeah.
just wanted to come up and say that sir, if you're wishing your life on us, how did you get there?
Yep.
Is it because you treated people like dirt all your life and now you're suffering the consequences? I don't treat people like dirt. I call you out for what you do.
Yep.
Anyway, thank you for letting me come up, and everybody have a good night.
You're the best,
Hopefully I
CJ.
can get some rest tonight because I'm tired.
Yes. Yes. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Take care.
Everybody in the comments have a good one. And I see you, CJ. Love you, sir.
Take care now. Well, tomorrow's a new day, and it's a new day to hear Sean's bullshit and his lies. You know, he will never change. You know, he will never change, and he will never learn. He doesn't learn from these situations. He will never learn. Because in order to learn from a bad experience, you have to admit the fact that you did something wrong. You know, and he will never do that. Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening.
So sorry to change the subject, but I was requesting because it was relevant to what Digital Deceivers was saying. She was talking about Big Mark. I'm actually holding a live about him tomorrow night.
Okay.
And then we are, I have lots of information about his past and the
Oh,
whole P3DO sting that he was involved with.
yep.
All the details about that. And we will have a special guest to
Ooh.
answer questions and provide in-depth information.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Do we
some
have a
of this
time
may
for
be
that?
some information that has, not come out before. A lot of people aren't aware of his past stuff, and unfortunately, he didn't get any jail time for that. Somebody actually just messaged me about it. Nope, unfortunately not. He got away with it, but it still happened. It still
Right.
happened. So I did just post a video on my page with a clip from the actual sting that happened and announcing the live. It will be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So whoever can join me, I would appreciate that because there are still a lot of people who are not aware of his past and they are still sending him money and they should be aware of these things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for letting us know because I know a little bit about him. I don't know, obviously everything. So I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, hadn't delved into him very deeply in the past. I have been putting his live streams on my YouTube. He did come onto my radar a little bit because back in the summer, I believe it was, there was a lady who meant to send him $5 and she accidentally sent him 500. And then when she made him aware that, that was all a mistake, he did not return it to her. He spent it.
So he never did, huh? I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But she said
No,
he was
no.
going
As far
to.
as I'm aware, he never returned that. And so I did a deep dive into him yesterday. He's been live a lot lately, and he was live 6 times yesterday for about a total of 3 hours. And I've compiled kind of like some clips from yesterday to watch. He claimed that he got on a bus last night and is going back to South Carolina. He was in Louisiana. So I'm not sure. He didn't say exactly where in South Carolina. At one point he said Myrtle Beach, but then he kind of sounded like he was maybe saying it sarcastically or joking, and he does that sort of thing. So who knows? So I don't know. People in South Carolina, keep an eye out, because he claims he got on a bus last night at 9:30 and he's heading to South Carolina. He has not been back on live because he got discontinued on his last live when he was at the bus station, because he was saying kind of like racist type of things and very disrespectful things to an employee at the subway there at the bus station, and
Wow.
people started reporting him, and he got bananaed until what day did he say? I think April 2nd or something like that. Like, he's bananaed for like a week or two. I don't know.
Wow.
So now, yeah, I don't know if he actually has made it to South Carolina by now, or what area he's in there or anything yet. He has not been back live because he got bananaed.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yeah, the only thing is now we don't know, where he is, or what's happening. But yeah, I mean, he should get reported for the way he treated that person and spoke on him. He was complaining because they didn't have a $6.99 meal deal, and said I'm gonna call corporate and all this other stuff. And then he started saying derogatory things about how this is America and that person should speak English and all this other stuff. And I'm thinking, dude, like, that guy who works at the subway is more of an American than you, because he actually has a freaking job.
Right.
And was willing to like wait on you and make your sandwich, and you were nothing but rude to that guy. Plus, he's probably a heck of a lot smarter than you, Mark, because he's probably bilingual and speaks multiple languages, and I'm pretty sure Mark doesn't. So there's that.
Mark can barely speak English, so it's good.
Right. So he was getting reported for saying derogatory things about that guy.
Good. Good. Well, I'll be looking forward to that tomorrow, Scam.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, and if anybody has any other information they want to share, that I can, please reach out to me. But we are going to have a special guest who has lots to share. So,
Ooh la la.
yeah, we love special
Great.
guests.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we
Thank
do.
you so much for letting me notify everyone, and I hope you'll be there.
Always.
Thanks so much again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, the question is, what is Sean's story going to be tomorrow? What is the story going to be tomorrow? Should be interesting. He'll probably be on, probably kind of early. Well, he's probably in a hotel room tonight, and I don't think he has to get out of that until probably noon. So he'll stay there the whole time. So he'll be on after that, I think. No doubt. But I think that's going to wrap things up here, guys. Thank you for coming in, to all my mods as usual. Thank you very much to everybody in the chat, asking some smart questions and making some funnier comments. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for supporting, as usual, the platform. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I'll see you on YouTube, or if Shawnee's on during the day tomorrow and I have time, I will, I'll do a little stream of him. Probably not long, though, maybe like an hour, and that's it. Because really, I mean, he's like that dusty old beggar now in the corner where, he's a has-been. He's not going to be getting shit anymore from people. And if they do, they're just stupid. And there's not much you can do about that. But have a good one, guys. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.